Let me start this video by saying hello to Monique's fans. How y'all doing? I don't know where y'all come from or where y'all be any other time, but y'all pop up when I got something to say. This is just me covering the situations and the carryings on. I won't be before you long. I'm just gonna drop my little thoughts about it. I'm not even gonna bother to call Monique because she don't answer my calls. I'm just gonna sit here and call y'all and give y'all the tea. The first question I have is Monique getting paid for this press tour? Is Monique getting paid to go out here and tell everybody she ain't getting paid? Because Monique, from her account, says that she got blackballed. I don't know nobody named Paul, except in the Bible. But she got blackballed because she didn't want to go and promote the tour because she was not paid to do so. Monique, you popping up at the Breakfast Club and The View. Did they pay you to come by? Did anybody pay you to ask everybody to stand with you to boycott Netflix? I'm just wondering. Because, girl, if you can go on this press tour, you could have went on the other press tour and you wouldn't have got blackballed. So I just don't. Anyway, girl. At the interview, I watched the whole thing, but I didn't give it too much. Basically, honey, she was over there talking to Leonard and Angela and Nim. Because I don't know Envy's birth name. Edward, I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. DJ Envy is the least of the people that I pay attention to over there. Angela is the most. And I don't know what she be doing 100% of the time. But Monique popped on over to the Breakfast Club and was giving Leonard, you know, when I first met you, you held the elevator open for me and yada blue, blue, blah. And I told you to tell your mama that she raised, you know, a good one, carrying on and blah, blah, blah. And why would you call your sister a donkey of the day? And eventually in the interview, she went on to say, well, I know that, you know, you're from North Carolina, blah, blah, North Carolina, you know, whatever city it is. And, you know, I'm sure your mama and your grandmama can tell you stories of racial inequality. But would your mother be donkey of the day? And would your grandmother be donkey of the day? Monique, with that simple tirade you went on, it wasn't even a tirade because Monique don't get mad. She just be my baby and my sweetest and my love and my fibroid. Just honey. I'd be like, girl, my brother, my sister, my step niece, my left nipple. I'd be like, girl, I don't belong to you. I'm not your nothing. But okay, girl. The whole little spiel she gave about that literally proved his point. His point was and I agree, and it is not, to my knowledge, it's not very often that I agree with Charlemagne the God. It's not very often that I know of, because I don't listen to him. I don't pay attention to what they're doing over there, so I don't know if I be agreeing with him or not. But I know he be stupid a lot. But his point was that you do things that are self-serving unto you. You calling for the Netflix ban and all of this and asking people to not watch Netflix, which gives other black people jobs. So you're asking us to not watch Netflix when other black people are on Netflix, and if we stop watching, they won't have a job. If we, you know, stop paying for Netflix, then, you know, where we gonna watch? Because, girl, I don't have DirecTV in my room. Everybody, you know, the living room and my mama room, that's where the DirecTV at. I don't have DirecTV, so I'm watching Hulu, I'm watching Netflix, and I'm watching YouTube. I don't pay for YouTube Red. I don't know her. I'm not sure who she is till she drops a check in my account, and then, you know, we may be acquainted. But your whole situation, and the whole reason I'm mad at Monique is not because, you know, racial and gender and inequality and age and sexism and bias and her edges being, you know, gray, but the rest of her hair is, you know, all of that it's not that important to me. What's important to me is, girl, you're asking us to do something on the behalf of you that does not benefit us. And her going into that tirade about is your mama and your grandmama donkey of the day, it proved the exact same point because, girl, everybody is donkey of the day all the time. Donkey of the day happens every day. It's donkey of the day. It's not donkey of the year, donkey of the season, donkey of the month. It's donkey of the day. So for you to be mad about you in particular being donkey of the day when Charlemagne has made so many other black women donkey of the day means that you're self-serving, which proves this point, which is why you were donkey of the day in the first place, girl. I don't understand how you don't understand. And Monique's fans, how y'all doing, babies? Hey, my loves. Hey, my babies. Hey, my sweet sugar pumpkins and honeys and bunches and oats. How y'all doing? I know y'all here. I don't see how y'all don't see it. But whatever though, honey. Whatever though. She went on, or he because Sydney was on the line. You know Sydney ain't far. He ain't far. When it's a Monique, it's a Sydney. So Monique was in the studio. Sydney was on the phone. Sydney, oh God, Jesus, help me today. Help me get through this, Lord, because I'm struggling. I don't feel good, and this is a journey for me. Sydney took it upon himself to compare Monique's racial inequality, sexism, you know, sexual bias. When, again, 2 niggas and a B, 2 black men and a white woman. We don't see it for her. I just can't with her. Dave Chappelle is the only one I truly live for out of this whole situation. Monique then would be second, and then Chris Rock, and Amy Schumer was not a part of this. But 2 blacks and a woman, two blacks and a woman were put before you, but then it's racial biased, 2 blacks, and gender biased, a woman. I'm lost. I've been lost the whole time, been lost, but whatever. But then Sydney got on the phone, even though can't nobody call me back. They on the phone everywhere. They on the Skype, Periscope phone, at the View and carrying on, but can't nobody call me back. Sydney got on there talking about, well, this is, you know, just like the Me Too movement. When you're going up to a hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know you're going to get screwed. Sydney, what does these women, what does Rachel Maddow's vagina and Harvey Weinstein Ween over there have to do with your wife and her situation? Don't nobody want to pay her because she's difficult to work with. What does that have to do with Rachel Maddow and Carla Souza from How to Get Away with Murder and everybody that has come forth with the Me Too? You know, all my Facebook friends was popping up with their Me Too's and carrying on. What do they have to do with... Somebody make it make sense. One of Monique Stan's babies, hey, my love, sweetness, daughter, tentacle. Drop it down in the comment section and let me know where it makes sense, please. I need bulletin points. I need numbers. I need information because, girl, y'all riding for Monique and everything, and that's cute. I told y'all I love Monique. I told y'all that's my auntie, but this don't make no sense. And I told y'all it's all Sydney. Y'all fighting me talking about Monique this and Monique that. Then none of Monique's fans say nothing about Sydney. Speak up about Sydney. That's the real Monique. Because I know Sydney being there with Monique's hairpieces on. They talked about counter offering. There was, at one point in the interview, Monique said that they did counter offer when Netflix, you know, offered them a price or whatever. Then Sydney popped back in, Daddy popped back in and talking about, well, we didn't counter offer because they made it, you know, very clear that there was no counter offering. And I'm like, so Oprah Winfrey, so what's the truth? Did we or did we didn't counter offer? I don't understand. And then there was the conversation about Amy Schumer has sold out arenas, you know, Chris Rock has sold out arenas, Dave and Buster's, what's the man's name? Dave Chappelle has sold out arenas, but Monique has not sold out arenas. And then she goes on to say, well, I sold out 2 comedy clubs and I've not been given the opportunity to sell out, you know, arenas because they won't let me do the carrying on and the so-and-sos and the on and on and on and on. Erykah Badu. Because you're difficult to work with, Monique, because you said Tyler Perry. Understandable. Lee Daniels. Okay. And O-N-D, and Oprah Winfrey could suck your penis. Your invisible dick. Ma'am. Niece. Auntie. Daughter. Step cousin. You still haven't apologized for telling Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey to suck your dick. But you're not difficult to work with. You've got all of these recordings of all of these people that worked on Almost Christmas or This Christmas or Half Christmas or A Quarter to Christmas, Christmas in July, whoever movie it was that I didn't go see because I don't like Christmas. Even though Carrie Hilson was in it and I live for Carrie Hilson. I don't need judgment on that. I don't need judgment. I love Carrie Hilson and I want the best for her. I want her to come back, you know, but I know she's nervous because, girl, the Hive. But I'm not one of those Hive members that would sting her. So if she could just drop the music personally into my email, I'll take it. Moving along. You recorded all these people talking about how much of a pleasure you are to work with, or whatever they were saying, girl, because I ain't seen no video. Why? Let me tell you what I don't do. I don't go to work every morning and record my coworker saying how pleasurable I am, or the customer saying, oh, she's just a pleasure. She's a wonderful. We love her. I don't. I mean, customers tell me all the time, tell your manager that you are wonderful and you need a raise. I'm not going to tell my manager that. My manager will tell me that. I'm not going to. I don't even relay these messages back to my manager because he's going to just say, okay, cute. Good for you. That's just it. Anyway, child, you recording all of these people saying how great you were is suspicious because, girl, why would you need to do that? Why? If you're great, let it be known you're great. Just like, and you know, I'm tired of talking about it, but in the T.S. Madison and Kaya situation, ain't nobody talking trash about T.S. Madison but Kaya. Everybody talking trash about Kaya. Ain't nobody but Kaya and Kaya's fans talking bad about T.S. Madison. If you are great, let everybody else go forth and say you great. Recording folks saying you great. That's, okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yodelay he who. Candy Burris got in my throat. Candy Burris. You know, Reginae tried it one time. Now Candy tried it. Everybody want a piece of these vocals. About her not being given the opportunity to sell out arenas. I agree. But at one point in the interview, she said that, you know, me and Samoa and Hurricane Chris and Bobby Valentino, we all went on the Queens of Comedy tour and we sold out this, that, and the other, all these arenas. And I'm like, okay, but niece, I'm sorry, I keep popping my mouth. I've been trying to not do that. It's just a habit. But I know a lot of folk, well, not a couple people have said, girl, lip popping, stop. I'm sorry. But girl, sis, lip pop. They would have been inserted right there. If you did the Queens of Comedy, which many years ago, hilarious, funny, loved it. If you did the Queens of Comedy today on Netflix, you would have had to split your pay. You probably would have ended up with about the same amount of money as you was offered. The $3 million, you probably would have had to get that same amount of money. If you would have did the Queens of Comedy with the other girls, you probably would have got the most. And the most would have been that $3 million. Then the other girls would have got $500,000, $250,000. Like, girl, what? How did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. How did we get here with you, Monique? And I agree. Candy, I rebuke you. I agree that black comedians, though I can't name too many of them that are like popping right now, aside from Tiffany Haddish. You know, Monique would be popping if she hadn't totally damaged. Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, to suck her dick, like, girl, it drains me every time. Every time I'm like, you know, I really do enjoy Monique. I think about the fact that she told Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey to suck her dick. It wears me out. But yeah, I do agree that black female comedians are not given the opportunity to sell out arenas. That's not Netflix's fault. Boycotting Netflix is not going to grant you the opportunity to sell out arenas, Monique. I'm lost. I'm trying to get with the logic. I'm really trying to sit here and understand what she's saying. And I'm like, yes, I was so back and forth with this interview. I was like, yes, women aren't allotted the opportunities to sell out. Black women aren't allotted the opportunities to sell out arenas. And they don't have this, that, and other as far as the comedy industry and the comedy world, blah, blah, blah. But that's not Netflix's fault. It's just simply not Netflix's fault. I'm sorry. They didn't do it. Be mad. It's not their fault. I don't know what to tell you. It's not their fault, Monique. Be mad? Okay, Candy Burris. I rebuke you right now in the name of Jesus. I bind the enemy that is Candy Burris grabbing my vocal nodules and coming for me in the midst of this interview. The midst of this phone call, I should say. See? I got Candy Burris here and Mama Joyce up here. It's just too much going on. Too much. I know somebody gonna be mad about that. Anyway, girl, it's not Netflix's fault. And then Charlamagne said something about him assuming that she's something, girl. He assumed something. He said, I assume, and she went in on him. But that's the thing, my brother. You're assuming and you're assuming and blah, blah, blah. You don't know the facts, the truth. And you made me donkey of the day without this, the truth and the facts because you were assuming. But then she turned right around and said, well, I have a movie on Netflix, a comedy special on Netflix, and I'm assuming that it's getting views because why is it not taken down? Monique. Get right here. Monique. You're assuming, niece. You're assuming. You're assuming. Monique, sense. Mo Apostrophe. It's the apostrophe. That apostrophe right down in between the Mo and Nique. That's what makes it not make sense. Because it would have been Monique without it. But here you go with your stylizations. Did her mama name her Mo Apostrophe Nique? We're not gonna talk about her mama. She got enough. It was just with you. It's just been enough talked about with her mama thus far, because they was really going in on Monique's mama over on that Kaya video, and I don't know that lady. And then what was foul as far as the Netflix deal, and it was just wrong, was simply Monique wasn't going to be allowed to do anything comedy-wise for 2 years after the $3 million comedy special. No Netflix. No babies. No. I could give you a year. I can give you a year, maybe, of me not doing anything. But a year is a reach. It's a reach. I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't give you anything past a year, though, for the $3 million. It's a no. It's a no. So Netflix, please make that make sense. But the rest of it, girl, Monique, girl. And then she went over to the View, girl, and she, she got on there and said the same thing she's been saying. All in all, she is, quote unquote, the most decorated comedian alive. She sat right across from Whoopi Goldberg and said she's the most, you know what? She should have said the most awarded. Some of the awards we've never heard of, but she does have these awards. I have 2 awards myself that nobody will know or care about. I'm acclaimed in the music industry in my state. Girl, who cares? Who cares? Monique, allegedly, and according to, numbers and things, has the most awards. But decorated, she is not. See, decoration is different. Decoration's different. You're the most awarded. You have all of these lovely awards. But as far as decoration, Whoopi got you beat. She's got the EGOT, and that's a very decorative award. Her EGOT really trumps about 5 or 6, maybe 10 of your awards alone. Just having the four of those awards together, that trumps a bunch of your awards. And I'm sorry, Whoopi is beloved. Whoopi is beloved by white people. That's the real decoration. You have all these, awards, the colors have given you, all these things, and that's nice. I can walk into any of my immediate family members' homes and count 10 plus awards, but nobody cares about the awards, niece. The awards are not the decoration. I have awards. I'm not decorated. I'm not anybody. I'm simply nobody, but I've got awards. I can say, I'm the most decorated person at my job. We all making the check, so. Anyway, girl, I can't be bothered with too much more Monique. I got some food that I need to get over to the freezer. I got some bed that I need to get into. All of that. So, like, comment, and subscribe. All the things the YouTubers say. And again, to Monique's fans, if you're still here, if you're still holding on, hey, my love. I'm petty. But in my pettiness, just accept it. Accept the petty. It's here. It's been here my whole life. I've been petty my whole life. 23, 24 in about years of petty. And it's not going to change. It's not going to change. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say. I'm going to go in here and try to get candy burrs out of my throat. And I'll call y'all whenever I call you. Oh, tomorrow. I'm doing the live video tomorrow. I'm scheduled to do it. If I'm just deathly ill, I'm still going to get on camera and tell y'all hoes I'm hurting and I'm ill. I'm not. I'm probably just going to cancel if I'm feeling extra super bad. But the way I've been feeling, I can do it live. I can sit here and talk to y'all. So the live is on schedule. If you have topics you want to speak about, if you have like a question or anything like that, we can do a little respectful Q&A. We're not gonna get too deep into my business because, girl, who are you and who are me? Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, and join me tomorrow 5-ish Central Time, 5:30. We just working on color folks time. But add me on Facebook, add me on Instagram. All that stuff will be in the description, and then you will know for sure. Because I'll just let you know if, I'm about to get on in a minute. So, yeah, add me, all of that. And y'all tell me how y'all feel about Monique. I don't remember what I said because I never remember what I say in these videos. But y'all let me know, honey. Let me know. Peace.